butter, because I'm ready to eat this. Hey everyone, my name is Camille and welcome to my YouTube channel. On today's episode, we are making barbecue shrimp. I'm not talking about shrimp that you put on a grill, no barbecue sauce, no smoker, no rib situation going on here. This is New Orleans style barbecue shrimp. It is so good. And let's get right into it.
Before we get started, we need to be sous chef. First, you want to peel and devein your shrimp. I leave the tails on. You also can cook with the shells on. That'll actually soak up a lot of the sauce, and most recipes call for that. Then we're gonna season with pepper, salt, onion powder, garlic powder, some red pepper or cayenne pepper, or any type of Cajun or Creole seasoning. Then we are going to just put a saran wrap and over our shrimp and set the seasoning to the side while we cook our sauce.
So the first thing we're gonna do, already got our pot heating up. We're gonna get some olive oil up in here, maybe about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. But y'all know how I do. I like to, cook with my eyes, as you should, because we eat with our eyes. So I got some olive oil going down in this pot. I'm gonna swirl it around. Also, I'm gonna add some butter to this situation. We're gonna get a nice sauce cooking and brewing here. Butter. We want to get it hot. We don't want to get too hot to burn it. I'm gonna add my onions and garlic, and we're gonna let the about a 1/4 cup of onions. About good. The onions is where all the flavors at. So I'm just gonna add the onions. It ain't never gonna hurt nobody. Actually put a whole onion in the pot, cooking it on a low heat until my onions are translucent. Then I'm gonna add, I have some minced garlic, I have some chopped parsley. We're using chives, but you can also use green onion. I have lemon, Worcestershire sauce. We got some bay leaves. We are going to use some white wine. You already know how I do. And I've been having, I got the shrimp in here, marinating with some Creole seasoning. We're going to let the seasoning soak up in the shrimp while we got all the ingredients making, and we making the sauce, which is Sassy bon. That's what you dip it into. The bread. We also got some French bread to go with this. And then we will also make a salad, just a little greenery on here. My onions are about ready for me to add the garlic, and then we're gonna start building the sauce from there. All right, so our onions, they starting to get translucent. I think it's time to start building the sauce together. So I'm gonna throw this garlic in here. I have my fire on a low heat. I'm just gonna throw all the garlic in here. There we go. Get that mixing around. Bring it around town. Next, we are going to let's get a little saucy going. So we're gonna do about a 1/2 cup of Worcestershire sauce. Ooh, that's lots of the bottle. So I'm putting my heat pretty low. I got the Worcestershire sauce up in there. We're gonna do about a 1/4 cup of water too. Add that to the pan. We also gonna throw some wine in there. Ooh, y'all know I love to cook with some wine. I'm gonna do about a 1/4 cup of wine up in here too. That's a little bit more than a 1/4 cup, but that's all good. We're gonna take some of our cut lemons already. Squeeze some of this lemon juice up in here. Ooh, I'm gonna do another one. Got us a nice sauce going. We turn up the fire a little bit. And then you know what? Definitely gonna throw our bay leaves up in there because we want our bay leaves to cook within the sauce. That's where some more flavor is at. I'm gonna hold off on the rest of the lemon because I want to put that in there also when the shrimp are in there to get more of a citrusy, lemony flavor in my barbecue sauce. I have my sauce just simmering on a low heat. I want you to be able to log on to my channel and see all the things that I like. I like cooking. You're gonna see some cooking. I like to travel. You're gonna see some travel. I like fashion. You're gonna see some fashion. I like art, media, design. I want this channel to be a representation of my eye, and I hope that people would watch it and that they can relate to me and they can say, oh yeah, I like that too. And I want people to find their tribe, and I want to find my tribe on my channels. All right, so now we gotta toast some bread. So I have my oven preheating. I'm gonna preheat it to about 400. While this toasts up so slightly, ooh, that's hot. That is hot. Let's check on the sauce. It's been cooking on a low heat for about 20 minutes now. I want it to cook for about 30 minutes in total. Now I think it's time to add the parsley and the chives, or like I said, you can use green onion. So I'm just gonna throw some parsley in here. Maybe not use all of what I cooked or what I chopped up. And then definitely use all of this in here. So I'm gonna let that simmer for a little bit. I'm about to add my shrimp. So shrimp, it's only gonna take about like 10 minutes for that to cook. Oh my gosh, there are people riding horses on the street. I can hear them. That is so New Orleans. I just heard the hoofs go and then saw them pass by my window. That is so New Orleans. That's funny. Hey, these are everyday sounds. Everyday sounds, everyday cooks. I really, really hope that I can preserve the New Orleans culture. Me, the way I think I can do it is by cooking. I definitely want to pass this down generationally and to everyone. The recipes that are passed down to me, I hope those people who are outside preserve the culture by keeping the horses riding through the city, the second lines going, all of that. So that's so funny that I heard that. But yeah, I just add the chives and the parsley. I'm starting to get a little impatient because I really want to add the shrimp now because I'm ready to eat this. I have my shrimp. It's been, this seasoning has been marinating for, I would say, about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours now. I put salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of red pepper. I left the tails on. Most recipes that make barbecue shrimp, they actually leave the shells on, and that's so the sauce can soak up inside the shells and really get that on there. And I do that. I've done that a few times, but this time I wanted to, I left the tails on there, and I really wanted to get the seasoning on the actual shrimp. And I also wanted to make it a little bit easier to cook. So I took the shells off. I also deveined them. I didn't have the proper tools to devein it with the shell on. So that's my reasoning for taking the shell off. Please, all you traditionalists, don't come at me. Please, it's gonna taste good anyways. So I turn the heat up on this, on the sauce, and let's add the shrimp. Let's get the main ingredient up in here. Yeah. So let's get all these shrimps up in here, and let's whisk some of that sauce around it, and then you know the rules. We're gonna cook the shrimp until they pink. And when they pink, they're gonna be ready to eat. It's gonna be so good. Let's do it. Oh, I cannot wait. Yeah. What did we just do? Oh, the shrimp is cooking. I just added some of the lemon slices that I sliced earlier to the shrimps. I still have it on a pretty low heat, but the shrimps, as we say down here, the shrimps, they're starting to turn pink. The sauce is perfect. And the French bread we got is nice and crispy. This meal is coming along swimmingly. Coming along. I'm so excited. I'm gonna cover these swimps up. I keep on calling them swimps. Yes, that's what they're called today. Woo-wee! We coming to the end of this. I'm excited. All right. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in to this episode where we made some beautiful barbecue shrimp, New Orleans style barbecue shrimp. Oh yeah, Sassy bon. We have some salad on the side, and then of course some French bread to soak up all that goodness and all that sauce here. Again, thank you all for tuning in to my YouTube channel. I want everyone to like, comment, please subscribe, and let me know what y'all having for dinner tonight.